Now get ready. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham here. We're back for another Project 2027 coaster construction update here at Six Flags Great Adventure. And we have quite some changes here that we are going to get into right now, including some more updates on those posts back there that we covered, that only 2 of them had from last week, and now even more have those wrappings, which are going to be for more concrete to be poured on them for when the foundation. So the foundation itself is done, but now they have even more of those posts up, which will then be probably where the anchors will go. Man, oh man, this is actually really cool. I'm trying to get a better view for you guys, but we might have to get some on the way back. There we go. We'll definitely be able to see a lot more of that as we get into the park and we go check it out from the boardwalk. But this is a pretty substantial change here. So a lot more of them got done. Let's see what else is happening down on the other end of Kaz Line. We're really in the parking lot. The anchors are still there, so good sign that they have not been put into place yet, but Sunrise and Force Concrete have definitely been hard at work here. Here's a better view here. Let me see if I can get closer. Yep, there they are right there. There's a lot of them in place too. I think those are, most of them have they all have wrappings on it from the looks of it, and wow. Now that just gives you a scale. Like the next thing from there is literally supports and anchors. Like you can already see some anchors already hanging out over there. Like this is a huge step. Like they're moving very quickly here. Also something exciting to make mention of. I'll see if I can get a better shot of it, but there are a couple of supports and rebar by the gate of security where they actually have put the dirt back in. So it's a very exciting part of the project that we're currently at, that now we can say that they have applied dirt back onto the foundation so that then they could put those secure wrappings around it like they have at the front of the layout. So pretty much all the supports over here and the foundation for it has been poured and completed. So now they just got to pretty much put dirt right back into it, and then any other extra asphalt, I'm assuming on this whole side here, is going to get probably ripped up again, so that way they could not make it a parking lot coaster. So yeah, all the foundation footers are pretty much in from what I'm seeing so far. So let's check further down. It's pretty cool seeing the scale of some of these footers compared to others. It's really cool. Looks like they actually repainted this marker up here, because it is now a fresh coat of pink paint here. This original marker that we'd seen before. And this is exactly what I made reference to a couple updates ago, that they would be updating and putting in one more giant footer, and it looks to be that's exactly what they're doing right here. So one more big massive footer, which will be more than likely for the giant tower itself. And there are a couple new markers in here, so this is a very huge spot. It's already carved out, essentially one giant square, and the caution tape around. Yeah, this is going to become one humongous footer that's going to be for what will more than likely eventually be the giant tower for this ride. And unfortunately, I don't have any updates here. The lantern's still the same. These trees still have that red tape there. And then Kaz track is still over behind the bushes here. And we took out all the trees over here to make room for the excavators here from Sunrise to just go right in and just go to town. And when this footer goes into place, it's gonna be massive. This looks like a huge foundation here. They've already started digging into. That is massive. Now what this means for these 2 bigger footers right there is that that's gonna essentially be for part of the rise up into the giant tower. And again, that is probably the largest footer I have ever seen in my life. It's like twice the size of these things. It is a ginormous square footer, and I cannot express enough how big it is. And this is just going down the line of what is probably the 3rd launch technically, if the other part does go into the stalled upside down launch, if that's what it's going to do. And then it goes into the 3rd launch, which then rises up. This looks, my gosh, this is a massive project. Again, just because of where security is located, I'm not going to show you those footers that have the dirt back on it after the foundation got poured. Mainly because, again, it is right behind that security gate, and obviously I'm not a bad person and I don't want to look suspicious. So I'd rather just show you, pretty much give you an illustration if I can, of what it is from the boardwalk. So that way you have a little bit of a perspective as to what I'm trying to explain. And maybe that'll help you guys out a little bit in what I'm trying to explain about those 2 footers in particular behind security. But there's an even better look over there at those wrappings all the way along. This is from outside the park. They're still continuing on. It looks like they're doing like part of the launch right now. I don't think they've started with the maintenance shed yet, but that's a lot of them. Let's get inside the park so I can show you guys how it looks from there. Here's a look at what it is from over here inside the boardwalk. I actually think these are pretty much about to be poured. Like, some of them have the wood there so that they're prepping to go around those upward spokes that are there, which will surround it as they're pouring the footer in to protect the inner workings of it. But these are massive. Whoa, these are so huge. Look at that. This is what it looks like from the maintenance shed area. Obviously, they have not put those ones in yet. They've only put the ones that are right where the transfer track and station's probably going to end up being located. But otherwise, these will go out the same from over here. And then those extra rebar stuff over there and the rubble in the back, a lot less from the other day. So there is a lot less now. So those are probably the remaining ones that are going to go with that big giant tower that we saw earlier. And that's going to do it for today's construction update on Project 2027 here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Clearly, they are working on that one final footer that most likely is the final footer. And then they've already started putting in the main preparations in order for more concrete to then be poured on the actual footer itself in the front here. So there are things moving, and they are moving very quickly. So obviously, I already made mention of last week's update when I was talking about when supports could get here. I mean, we don't know, but what we do know is that things over here are moving very, very quickly and could really be extremely exciting in the coming weeks when more and more of the stuff gets put together. But this is a super exciting update. We haven't really had one this exciting in a while, but this is definitely some big changes to what we thought was already going to be what the layout is, but it turns out there's a slight change, and I'm all for it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always thank you, ride operators. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the parks really soon. Goodbye.
Here we go.
Farmstead, head back. Farmstead, head back.